G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a furious 10mm submachine gun with bullets exploding for area damage and +1 agility, major and minor legendary effects respectively. I actually picked this one up the other day from Murmur in my 50% discount script run, and if you are wondering, this thing is for sale. Show me those offers. So that +1 agility is going to make this thing ever so slightly better in VATs and enhance our sneak potential, which is okay, I suppose. It's only a marginal bonus, not too much, but as you can tell, this thing's got the free stains paint on it, which you can get for the combat shotgun and the 10mm sub without actually buying that $22 pack, which is great because honestly I'm not a fan of the free states. I think they're kind of dumb, and whenever the what's her name talks to me, I usually get Charles Bronson to sort her out. So yeah, if you've watched the streams before, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, let's talk about the weapon. Hardened receiver for best damage, stabilized long stock, long barrel, and stock for recoil control, because this thing does kick a lot compared to what a 10mm pistol would kick like. Perforating magazine for a bit of armor penetration too. We'll be supplementing that with also tank killer. 50 damage. Let's go ahead and chuck on some perks. You might notice how I don't have concentrated fire in here. That is because I find this weapon to be too inaccurate to actually use to zero in on target, so just using that regular old VATs thing just to hit them, you know, wherever is going to be fine. And there's a couple of quirks that I want to show in terms of the attachments, which makes little to no sense, but also holds this thing back from being truly good in VATs. So Demo Expert and Bloody Mess go on after that. And we're getting ourselves 102, no adrenaline or adrenal reaction factoring into that. That's solid. Now, it may not seem like a lot, but keep in mind we do have a 91 rate of fire of this, which is much higher than your standard handmades with that fire rate legendary. So the DPS is going to be on the good side. Now for attachments. Okay, so take this stabilized long barrel here. You've got 204 range and 55 accuracy. If we shorten the barrel, taking this weird looking MG42 muzzle brake off, we get less range, makes sense, but more accuracy. What? And it gets even weirder. Even more accuracy, or a little bit more accuracy with the stub barrel. Please explain, Bethesda, what's on with this? So as you can tell, we should be getting more accuracy out of our long barrel, yeah, at the cost of more AP usage, but more accuracy from this thing in VATs, but that's not the case, so that is why I do not recommend using this thing in VATs. If you are running a bladed one with heaps of perception, though, you can get away with it, but yeah, that's why I'm running ground pounder and tank killer. Okay, so here we are outside of Icon Amesville, and now I've got these mutations, and also we're running full chameleon, so unfortunately lower health isn't going to get us a perception bonus, but we should be alright. As you can tell from out here, we get a 95% chance to hit, which is very, very good. We can make good use, and we don't have to waste AP on missed shots. Now, one thing we should be noticing here, or at least have a little bit of pay attention to, is whether this Furious and Explosive is working, because it has been noted that it hasn't worked 100% fully in the past. So I think 67 204, 77 27. Okay, she's working. If you find that it isn't working and you're firing fast enough or slow enough to actually record that, just unequip and re-equip the weapon and she should be good to go. Typically, if you get in power armor, which sometimes breaks weapon perks, that can happen to you, so just be wary of that. A stealth commando probably won't have too much use of power armor except for a nuke zone, so if you are using something like that, just be aware. Anyways, so with our 1 strength, we're getting 194 damage, which is, you know, it's a far cry what we were getting with our bladed explosive, but honestly, you don't have to be almost dead to, you know, get that. And that extra bonus you get with consecutive shots means you can be a little bit more lenient against things that are tanky, but yeah. Ooh, we got a legendary. Watch him drop a 1-star thing, the bastard. Just blow up that truck. Ooh, I actually killed something with environmental damage. And yeah, ooh, it's a Furious Pipe Bolty. That's... okay, that was a different Furious weapon. Yep. I mean, I would have been happy with a regular one, a regular auto pipe, but I've already done one with limb damage, so that would be kind of mute. That thing's going in the script machine, but if you want to buy it, 25,000 caps. Where the bloody hell is this super mutant? He's hiding in here. I was thinking oh, there's 2 in here. That's okay. Obviously, be aware that you can explode yourself when in close quarters, so it is a little bit dangerous from time to time. Okay, a little bit slow on the uptake. Caution there. But no problems, hitting at just over 200 now, or just on 200 actually. Okay, so here we are at the ghouls, and just a public service announcement. If you drop nukes like that, no one's gonna go down there. We got better things to do than to get unnecessary irradiated. All of those, super powerful unarmed builds that, want to use their unyielding gear. Oh my god, they're sleepers. That's okay. I'm obviously trying to draw them out into the tennis court here, where I've got a better chance. I can just bounce around like it's a big old trampoline. Or I could just bottleneck them. Oi, I'm over here. Ah, the sleepers are abound. Even with explosive damage, they're much harder to hit than usual. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna die in a second. You know what, I usually don't go up here, but I'm going to. Wham, get sneak attack critted. Yeah, what are you gonna do about that, ghoulies? They're not gonna do much, are they? And then a surprise Scorch Beast shows up. Well, here we go. Here's the use of... Nope, 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 nope. Thank you, Scorch Beast. Fuck me. That's a train wreck. That's luck 1 type bullshit. Alright, back into it. Okay, maybe I should have actually... Oh, he's actually pissing off now. My job here is done. Oh, wait, we're not going to take that one sitting down. Anyways, so we've got old mate here. He was obviously caught in the blast as well. And... wow, that Scorch Beast is just a fucking troll. Fair enough. He's out of there. But, yeah, it's a little bit harder to run this thing with these ghouls because you obviously draw a lot of attention to yourself. And when there's fucking sleepers, you can't fucking hit them, even with explosive damage. That throws even more trouble into the mix. I mean, we do have VATs to hit them because the game figures out how to hit them. But seriously, this is a bug that's been happening for way too long. See, there's one right there. But if we can open up these sight lines on them, we can do pretty well. And you might be wondering why I'm not using a drum mag. Well, it only gives you a little bit more bullets and no armor penetration, so you actually lose out on damage, which would have not helped against the super mutants. Good old explosive damage, doing pretty well to stagger the ghouls around here, make sure we aren't getting ourselves pummeled by dudes. And the DPS backed up by the rate of fire is definitely doing well here. And that is why I use Ground Pounder. The spread there got barely even thicker as we went on, which is good. And there's Scorched Earth that started. Well, here's one of the times where I'd say, yeah, we can go and jump in power armor now, but it's unnecessary, you don't need to. A lot of builds don't actually benefit from power armor. The Queen Killers will tell you, if you drop a nuke there, then you've failed. So, whoever that was, they did a bad job. Alright, so you look like you're the only one left. We're done with the ghouls, but I've got a score to settle against this goddamn bat. Speaking of bats, is there a Batman character in this, or at least a reference to Batman? There's that cheeky bastard, because, I mean, bats aren't really all that... I mean, they're stinky and smell bad, and they usually shit everywhere, at least where I, around, but they don't really do a lot. But Scorch Beasts, they're a little bit... Oh, you've jumped to the ground, that's bad. Like, if there was a Batman based on Scorch Beast, now that would be scary. That would be much scarier than... Oh, okay, apparently the ghouls have entered the fight. Okay, jam a stim pack in me, please. Not a good idea to be crippled, especially when you've got an explosive weapon, which is... Oh, it's a 3-star. That's nice. Watch him drop a 1-star. Tactical use of Marsupial here. Why take the hits when you can just avoid them? Some people are fucking idiots and think jumping around is scrubby. No. There's actually tactical benefits. 2 fucking pipe bolties in a row. This game hates me. Feelings mutual, Todd. Okay, suppose I better do something, because there'll be someone complaining, oh, you didn't do Scorched Earth. Watch me get another pipe bolt action pistol from this motherfucker. Also, a reason why I don't like this event is because it's incredibly buggy, and since I'm in power armor now, you can observe that I'm not getting increased damage per shot, or maybe I'm just a fucking liar. Okay. Anyways, so it looks like these blokes have got it handled, but really... Okay, so one of the bugs that happens in this is that the game's so fucking lagged up that as soon as I jump, I activate my jetpack, which is eating my AP, but not really, because this game, you know, it figures out that AP doesn't matter, so I can just keep on flying. I'm a Scorch Beast now. And then the game says, alright, we're back to reality now, and you consume AP from doing stuff. I've had a VATs run of like 50 shots in a row from like a blade handmate. Fuck off. It's insane. I don't even know what I got killed by. It surely wasn't that lobster, because it doesn't do shit for poison damage. Like, this is still one of the most fucking buggy and broken ass events in the game, and I don't like it still. It's just slow. If I was on a private server, however, well, things would be a bit different. I'm not doing a whole lot of damage, and ground pounder broke. So, also, our reload speed is down. The gun's fucked anyway. And by the way, I got a Berserker's Western Revolver. That's that legendary I missed. Surely there'll be someone fucking commenting that by now. Anyways, we'll just fucking finish her off. Yeah, all me. And we get crap from it. A whole lot of those things. Just a whole lot of crap. Hope you all enjoyed the show. I still don't like this event, and perhaps we'll only like it when there's not a whole lot of lag involved when we're doing it on private servers. Now I'm over capacity. Better and better. Okay, back to regularly scheduled programming. Dice one. That was easy. Alright, I want to have a second crack at the ghouls. This time I know for a fact that a Scorch Beast isn't going to show up and blow up all the cars, killing me instantly. Still fucking bastard. Anyways, so we've got a big old loud weapon, so it should be easy enough to get the ghouls out and about. Hang on. Ground pound is not working, so we must unequip and re-equip the weapon. And you can tell right away that the reload is much faster. And it is time to begin the slaughter. Now, normally I'd like to be a little bit more forward, so I've got room to fall back, but we've kind of blown the stealthy approach already. Unless it's just you. It was just him. That's okay. He hasn't talked to the rest of his ghoulish mates yet. Alright, let's see an actual ghoul response out here. Here we go. Fresh humans to eat. Come and get it. Get it while it's hot, or cold, because the name's winter, so winters are pretty cold. I got hit markers there. For what exactly? I'm not sure, but here we go. Now, I've observed this isn't the best place to hold out from, but I've got a renewed sense of purpose with an explosive weapon. The jig is up, apparently. And yeah, with that, I mean, you won't get into many situations where you can bounce splash damage across like that, but that is why explosive weapons against ghouls is an interesting thing. Like, I make the claim that fire rate is better in a lot of these situations, but you can't deny that that was fucking awesome. Just bouncing splash damage against all that ghouls at once. That one totally just flipped into the roof. And there's another situation where we managed to get multiple explosive damage happening at once. Great crowd control weapons. You just gotta make sure you don't get yourself with explosive. Bullshit, you hit me there. So yeah, some of the netcode stuff is dodgy with ghouls because you can be soaring in the air and they'll still whack you. Like there. No fucking way, mate. That's some bullshit. Anyways, we'll try to press on regardless of these obviously hacking ghouls. Where they get these cheats from? Fucking beef curtains? Probably. Not to mention the amount of limbs that I'm bouncing around is probably doing me no favors either. The game and server's got to keep up with all of that, so yeah, sometimes it can create havoc and lag for you. But in terms of a clean ghoul run where we take out everything, well, I think we'll have no problems with this. Let's see if that explosive, yeah, the furious damage still working as intended. Very good. That guy's in a wall. We'll put him out of his misery, and we are done here. A little bit of redemption against the earlier fuck-ups in this thing with the ghouls, but not this weapon's fault. As you can tell, a fine weapon for crowd control, and the rate of fire really does boost this thing's damage potential. I'm going to go find the legendaries, and I'll see you in a second. Go away. Alright, let's quickly slaughter these crabs, because I've got an idea floating around in my noggin that I want to speak before I forget it. Because sometimes I have, like, relatively decent inputs to my mind that I want to get off my chest. And going back to that Scorch base thing, and right now, not having the ability to use stealth to your advantage with a weapon like this is really to its detriment. You have to kind of kill everything as soon as they see you, otherwise they'll tell all of their friends, unless they're far away enough to, you know, avoid that. But yeah, it can cause problems if you can't rely on a stealthy approach to actually get your thing done. Also, could you please pop out? There you are. Hello, beastie. Okay, that was deceptively different damage to what I was expecting, or based on the numbers, but we did it. Yeah, so having basically killing your enemies outright would have, you know, had that situation been different, or if I was able to take out that Scorch beast, say I don't know, fucking bloodied handmade with a suppressor on it, I would have just probably VATs the thing because of that accuracy bonus where I'd actually use the VAT-centric perks. I think it would have killed that before it would have became a problem, but yeah, not too much the gun's fault as it was my own because, well, it was my decision to keep the explosive cars around. I could have easily defused that situation, but yeah, not having that crutch of stealth means this weapon is a little bit more risky to use than others despite how good its DPS is. Alright, let's wrap this up with some train yard shooting, and apparently I've got Snellies, which are fun. Oh, I've got... Okay, apparently we're in a lot of danger right now. Oh, there's one right there. They've got a nasty spit in them, so don't pay them too much mind, or do pay them a lot of mind. They ain't nothing, but their spitting attacks are a lot weaker than their actual melee attacks. I think they hit twice and apply poison too. They aren't a joke. I like how these things were made. It's like, hey, there's a cryptid, it's a scary monster in US folklore. Let's just fucking say, yep, FEV did it. Let's get lunch. Anyways, what have I been doing? I've been taking a little bit of a break. I took a couple of days out. I've been playing a lot of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Not the Dyson-fused, dodgy, Disney fucking cash grab Solar's bullshit. The actual good one, the OG Battlefront 2, made by Pandemic. That's fun. And I like playing as the battle droid. That's my favorite faction. It annoys me that the TV show never gave battle droids more autonomy than just marching in a straight line to their impending doom, which the clones should be able to take out, but apparently they've all got an accuracy stat of like less than 10% because they have so much lasers firing everywhere, like in the shows and the movies, that no one ever hits anything. It just takes you out of, like, these people are supposed to be Fett clones. They're supposed to be good at their jobs, but they're all shit. Anyways, rambling. And that was a furious, explosive 10mm sub. The agility not making too much of a difference, to be honest. It's a nice to have. If you'd like to see this in your game, hit me up. You fucking caps will do. If you got cool weapons for trade, I'm all good with that. Thank you for watching, guys.